you're locked in, and I know it's possible. I love this bike. It's playful. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm testing the Honda CB750 Hornet. 2-cylinder, 91 horsepower and 75 Nm of torque. I just came from the CB1000 Hornet. You can click on the link in the top screen. That was a crazy bike, 150 horsepower. This is a little bit less, 91 and the 2-cylinder. But nevertheless, it has really punch in the low range. Of course, it's a 2-cylinder, and that wasn't really the case for the 1000 Hornet. Also not a quick shifter. It's pretty fast though. Let's see what it has to offer. Like always, I can already tell it has some punchy features in the low range, which I really like with the 2-cylinder. Especially during these roads and these circumstances, it's really nice to have some punch, you know, in the low range and the mid range. And with that CB1000, yeah, it's inline 4, 150 horsepower. You know, you need to get a lot of speed before, yeah, it comes loose, all the horsepower. And now it's already here in the low range as well, already available. And of course, it's a bit disappointing that I started. Oh yeah, it does have a quick shifter up. Oh, it does have a quick shifter down as well. Okay, it does have a quick shifter. Okay, but it doesn't work that seamless as the CB1000. Yeah, it works. It works. It's not as seamless as the CB1000. Maybe because it's a 4-cylinder, I guess. It's a bit more hesitating when going to the next gear. Yeah, the first thing that I noticed, the tank here in the middle it's not small, but it's, yeah, somewhere in the middle. That CB1000 Hornet has a really wide tank, but I wasn't sitting comfortably at all. No, sitting position was terrible actually, especially for someone who's 2 meters tall. And this is really, you're locked in. So with my knees on the side, I'm locked into the tank, which gives me a comfortable feeling. And also there's a cushion in the back, which gives me comfort in my bottom and lower back, and it fits perfect. So if I open up the throttle handle, it pushes me to the cushion. That's actually comfortable. So sitting position, really good. Much better than the CB1000 for now. Oh yeah, it's still 91 horsepower. Sometimes I forget that 91, around 90, 95 horsepower. You see that quite often with 2-cylinders. It still has a lot to offer. A few weeks ago, Suzuki, what was it? The 8R. I tested the 8R. Similar to this one, I guess. Of course, the 8R is a race bike, and the 8S is a naked bike, which I tested as well last year. So I think this is the equivalent, the CB750, to the Suzuki 8S naked bike. But like I mentioned, I was on the 8R a few weeks ago, also 2-cylinder, and around 95 horsepower. This is 91, and it's punchy. It is punchy. So I cannot say powerful, but it has that punch in the low and mid range. Every time you switch gear and you give it a little push on the throttle handle, it goes yo yo yo. It goes, gives you that punchy feeling. Yeah, and this is not sport mode, this is still standard mode, but I think this is the same. Oh, pop. Yeah, the gears are really popping in, and that's, the quick shift is not working that perfect, and mainly that's because it's a 2-cylinder, I guess, or it's not as premium as the CB1000, which you have to pay a lot more for to get it. quick shifter, I had a lot of good quick shifters, but this is not one of them. No, sadly. I want it to be seamless, and I know it's possible because some bikes already have seamless quick shifters. Doesn't matter if it's an inline 4, 2-cylinder or whatever, 1-cylinder or 3. It's possible, and yeah, this is a bit of a downer. Oh, it makes a better sound. This bike has a standard exhaust. Doesn't look as neat as the SC project for the CB1000, but it has a better sound, and that's a really weird thing that is going on right now. That standard exhaust can make a better sound than, you know, the famous brands like Akrapovic and SC Project, whatever, Yoshimura, but they're all limited. Like that guy in front of me, that's the bike that I just tested, the CB1000 Hornet. There's an SC Project with baffle, so no sound at all. Sounds terrible. This one sounds better, 2-cylinder, around 60 horsepower less, and standard exhaust sounds better. Yeah, the agility of this bike is the way you expect it to be for a mid-range naked bike. Yeah, it's actually the same as the CB1000 that is in front of me. It's the same, yeah, same agility, so that's fine, that's good, but it's even more a compliment for that CB1000, which is more powerful and has more weight. And oh, he was really testing that bike. Needed to hit the brakes fully. Yeah, that's where the tests are for. That's always funny, you know, if the bike in front of me is way faster than this bike, but you know, if you're riding these roads, you don't really notice the difference. It's only when you're on track, you know, with the long straight roads, of course he will outblast you, but with these tiny roads you can still compete with them, even when having 60 horsepower less than them and 2 cylinders less. Okay, this bike, it's comfortable straight away. It's predictable, but it has that little punch, really good in the low speed corners, mid speed corners. I love this bike. It's playful. Yeah, it's not going to be my final verdict yet, but this one is going to be that one CB1000 Hornet, most likely. But we're going to sport mode now. Okay, let's see. And yeah, it's in sport mode. All right. Yeah, and again a little bit of vibrations in the back of my bottom. Yeah, that was the same thing with that CB1000. So is that a Honda thing? I'm not sure. If you tested it before and you had the same issue, or you didn't have that issue, let me know, because it looks like if you're going after 6,000 RPM, you have a lot of vibrations underneath you. Not really pleasant. The behavior of this bike is so playful. I would enjoy this bike way more during riding these roads than that CB1000. It's just, it has that punch, it has the horsepower you need, torque, it has comfort, it has sound. This is much better, and don't spend a lot of money on a bigger bike if you don't need that bigger engine. Yeah. Oh yeah. It feels so pleasant cornering this bike, and a little punchy throttle handle. Yeah, love it, love it. nevertheless, that CB1000 in front of me, just look up the video, because I really enjoyed myself. Nevertheless, I really enjoyed myself, and I think it's one of the best looking bikes out there at this stage. Yeah, especially this one. The color is a bit of, you know, gray, greenish. It depends on how the sun stands. It's a bit cloudy now, so therefore it looks a bit more gray, but it has some greeny kind of, yeah, effects as well. But it looks radical, especially that CS project, or SC project, sorry, exhaust, really well. And that's standard if you buy it, so you don't have to buy it afterwards to, yeah, uplift your bike. But back to this one, CB750 Hornet. This is a true mid-range. So for people that are, you know, want to speed it up a little bit sometimes, but just want to have comfort more over than any other thing. Okay, we have an ambulance coming up who wants to pass, so I need to focus a little. There he is, my mirrors. Right, but this bike has that punchy edge, and that makes it more playful, a bit more tricky, and some people like it, some people don't. And I like it in a way because it makes it more, a bit more aggressive, a bit more racing style of bike, but it doesn't give you comfort though. So if you just want to ride along easily for 30 minutes, and every time you get that punchy feeling, you might get nauseous. I had it before with other bikes. You can get nauseous when it's really punchy in the low range. So yeah, it's what you prefer. Some people like it, some don't, and I'm neutral in a way, because it has its pluses and yeah, and its cons, pros and cons. Also, when you release the throttle handle, you have a bit of a backlash. You feel it, not really comfortable. Doesn't have a blipper, I assume. Would have been nice. You get a punch back every time you switch gear as well. Okay guys, I have to say, for me after this ride, I'm having a summer break, going on a holiday, doing some cool things with my family, have some fun, and then I'll return at the end of the summer with some new videos. But don't be afraid, don't you worry, I have a lot of videos coming up to entertain you the entire summer, every Wednesday afternoon at 6, or night, I have to say, Wednesday night at 6. Is it night? Afternoon? Well, let's go for afternoon. So a lot of rides coming up. If you're curious about what rides are coming up for the next coming period, just download the free Inline4 app. You can see it in the video description of YouTube. It's free though, so let's increase the community. It will be really cool. It has some extra features as well. Find out, look it up, and thank you in advance. And again, I have the same feeling with this bike as I had with that CB1000 Hornet. I have numb fingers, and that's not always the case with a naked bike. Actually, never. I don't really, let's say I don't have it quite often with a naked bike. I normally have it with a race bike, you know, so you're sitting really up front. Then I have that numb feeling in my fingers or hand, and now I have it twice in one day with a naked bike and twice a Honda. So yeah, is it me or is it Honda? Really nice in the corners, but punchy. Yeah, I have to say that that punchy feeling, okay, this is sport mode, but I had the same feeling when I was riding normal mode, standard mode. That punchy feeling is not always nice. It's not really, yeah, it really loses comfort, and every time it's it's not pleasant. So I have to say, for me, it's a con instead of a pro. Yeah. I like bikes to be linear, so I know exactly what to expect. And this is not really linear. It has a bump going up, low in the low range, and then it eases down a little bit, and then it builds up again. Yeah, I don't prefer it. Okay, stretching my legs for a bit. No, I'm still a beginner rider, so when you just got your driver's license and you wanted to get on a CB750 Hornet, or you're just a beginner, rookie rider, whatever, it's an easy bike to ride, but it's punchy. But because you only have 91 horsepower, it will not do any crazy things, of course. Will not surprise you, but let's assume you have 200 plus horsepower like a Honda Fireblade, and it's this kind of punchy. Just that punchy feeling with 200 plus horsepower could get you in trouble. With 900 horsepower, oh sorry, 91, that's a bit too much. Yeah, 91, it's you don't have to worry. And also with that 150 horsepower CB1000 in front of me, because it's an inline 4, it's really linear. That punchy feeling when hitting the throttle will not get you into any surprises in a negative way. So you'll be fine. Also for a beginner rider, it really locks you in the right position, even when you're 2 meters tall, 6'7". So yeah, great sitting position. I'm gonna give my final verdict in a bit. It's a bit crowdy up here. It's 30 degrees in the Netherlands, so everyone goes outside because normally we have rain and gray skies. Alright, the final verdict, as usual. Does it bring comfort? Does it bring excitement? For comfort, I get numb hands. That's really a big con. Cornering is really good, sitting position is really good. It really locks you into a perfect sitting position. No pain in the shoulders or back, whatever. Sadly, yeah, the numb hands, fingers, but still I would give it an 8. Yeah, really good, an 8. Excitement, yeah, also they done a pretty well job concerning excitement, but that punchy tricky throttle handle is a bit too much, and sometimes it's getting a bit of annoying, but it has power. Not too much, just what you expect from 91 horsepower. I give it a 7 plus, so a really decent grade for this bike. You can really tell the guy in front of me riding that CB1000 Hornet, he wants to open up the gas handle. But that guy in front of him, he's like, no man, I'm just cruising. taking my time, enjoying everything around me, and he's getting really frustrated, I can tell. So just pass that guy, man, and open up the gas handle. They're not going to throw you in jail for doing that. Alright, so I think yeah, it's a good grade for this bike. It performed better than the CB1000, right? And that CB1000 is more powerful, it's bigger, and it costs a lot more as well. So for mid-range, I think the Suzuki 8S is better. Yeah, all around it's better. It has real punch as well, but not really in the low range. It's a bit more after 2, 3, 4,000. It really opens up and then really ease out on the rest of the RPM. Yeah, the Suzuki did a better job with the 8S. This one is good. It's really good, but that 8S is super in its own segment. But it still beats the CB1000 Hornet. This one beats that one. So I'm gonna shut up for 5 minutes. Enjoy. It's still 30 degrees, but the sun just disappeared suddenly, so it's not as sunny as it was. But enjoy, man. This is the Netherlands during summer, riding on a Honda CB750 Hornet. Alright guys, so this ends up my... Oh, sorry, I had to focus on something else. No, summer break begins for me, so I have to end up part 1 of this this summer. Already tested so many bikes, but don't you worry, a lot more videos are coming up, so every Wednesday there will be a new video. I want to thank you for watching this video till the end, because yeah, a lot of people only watch it for a few minutes, sadly. And if you didn't like it or like the video yet, just do it, man. Come on, it's just a simple click, or subscribe to the channel will be much appreciated. See you later guys, I'm going to enjoy the summer and see you later on. Ciao.